Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Central Cabarrus High School. It's another year of Cabarrus County High School football here on Radio Free Cabarrus and High School Cube. Tonight, we're coming to you live from Central Cabarrus High School. The Mount Pleasant Tigers have made the trip up Highway 49, just a few miles to tangle with the Vikings of Central Cabarrus. And new season, new teams, new uniforms for Central Cabarrus. A new field tonight. They've got the new turf field, and we're about 3 minutes away from getting started. And it looks like Mount Pleasant's going to kick off and Central Cabarrus is going to receive. But we're on the Sundrop pregame report, and we're going to get started here shortly. I want to welcome my partner in the booth with me this year, Paul Romanowski, joining Radio Free Cabarrus for the first time.
Thank you very much, Perry. Great to be here this evening, and a little bit of a radio background, and it's great to be back involved in the high school football game. And thank you very much to Mark Clemens and all of you in the Radio Free Cabarrus family for initiating me and letting me be a part of this season. We're going to have a great time. It is a fantastic, fantastic stadium here at Central Cabarrus. Brand new field. It's going to be a lot of fun. And here come the Vikings right now as they approach their sidelines. Sold out here this evening. Standing room only on both sides of the field. Going to be a great contest and a great rivalry here tonight between Mount Pleasant and Central Cabarrus. Yeah, everybody's getting together. It's going to be a good time tonight, and
the heat didn't keep anybody away. I know it's hot. It's hot in the press box. I know that the coaches are going to keep their players hydrated tonight, and but yeah, a good crowd here tonight. The bands are here, and we're almost set to go. We had a little bit of technical difficulty before we started, but we'll get you some information here. Mount Pleasant, Central Cabarrus met last year. Central won it 13-0. Central's actually won the last two ball games, but Mount Pleasant over the last 10 years is 7-3 against the Vikings. So we're going to see if they can stop that two-game skid tonight, and if Central can keep on win three in a row. We'll find out tonight here shortly. But a good game in store for us. Mount's going to kick off from right to left. Central's going to receive, and we're going to get started here in just a couple of minutes.
Great night for football. A little warm, but like Perry said, the heat did not keep anybody away. We'll be right back in just a few minutes after we pause for this.
In the early 1950s, something really exciting happened right here in Concord, and it's been here ever since. It's the smooth, refreshing taste of Sundrop. Now, some of the faces have changed over the years, of course, but one thing that has not changed is the smooth citrus taste of an ice-cold Sundrop. You know something else that hasn't changed? It's Sundrop's involvement in Concord and the surrounding communities. Sundrop, hometown folks providing you with the taste you've come to enjoy for years and years and years. So next time you're grocery shopping, pick up Sundrop in your favorite flavor.
All right, we're back for the kickoff and back to receive for Central Cabarrus is number 10. And he's up to midfield. He's up the field to about the 30-yard line. That's going to be Corey Smith with the return.
Brought down inside by 25, Justin Eisenhower and Crabtree. And looks like we're all set to go with line of scrimmage being right at the 29-yard line.
29-yard line, 1st and 10, Central Cabarrus. Dayan Fuller's the quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Janan Monley. He's going to get met at the line of scrimmage. He's going to push forward for a couple of yards. Mount Pleasant had that covered real well. Didn't look like the play was going to go for anything, and he ended up getting out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Zach Mayo led the defensive charge in to bring everybody down, but quick tight formation, shotgun formation by the Vikings on the get-go. Here they go now with a split wide to the left-hand side and a slot in motion. Counter play coming across the field is Austin Parker. He tries to turn it up and gets it right back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more.
R.J. Haywood in on the tackle for the Tigers. Knocked him out of bounds. May even have lost a yard on that play.
Going to still be, right now looks at 3rd down and 6. With White getting, or rather Fuller getting instructions from the sideline from Coach Kiefer. Now the Vikings line up in a third down situation. Twins to the right, one setback. Fuller gets the snap. He's going to throw. The lefty goes upfield. Push off there, and it's overthrown, intended for
Levon Hightower.
Right.
Good defense on the play there by Robert Johns, Coach's son. Coach's son seems to always be in the right place at the right time, don't
Absolutely, yep. Some tight coverage there, but it was a nice throw there from Fuller, but he just overthrew everybody. Punting situation now for the Vikings. Inside the first minute, welcome to Radio Free Cabarrus. Paul Romanowski along with Perry here this evening.
Riley McGee set to do the punting chores for Central Cabarrus. Back to receive from Mount Pleasant is going to be Jordan Sover.
Nobody pressuring. Stover lets it bounce and lets her roll inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. Right there where it's touched by Riley McGee. So teams switch positions now, and Mount Pleasant will bring their offense onto the field. Big size here for Central Cabarrus up front, Perry, as everybody gets adjusted here.
I don't remember being that big in high school.
Right, me either.
Austin Parker's your quarterback for the Tigers. He's got wideouts to the right and left. Single setback, and just a handoff. Can't recognize the number from here. Looks like number 20. Looks like Cody Reese tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe get a yard out of it.
He slid right on the turf. It was an off-tackle play there onto his left, coming straight toward us here, but stopping Cameron Garland there for Central Cabarrus was right there to make the stop. Now we're switching. He's on the left side.
John Wax also in the backfield for Mount Pleasant. And handoff to Reese again. He's going to get up to about the 30-yard line.
Tripped up right there by Tyler Simpson and a host of others.
Central Cabarrus sporting the gold uniforms tonight. Gold colors with the gray. I like that color.
Absolutely. That seems to be the new fad now of a lot of teams.
Yeah,
They're going with
green
gray.
for Central, which is their standard color, but Parker's in the shotgun formation. They've got a penalty flag. Looks like movement over here on the left side. That may cost the Tigers 5 yards.
False start on the offense, so that'll back her up 5 yards, and it'll end up being 3rd down and 12 now.
Paul goes back to many years in the radio field, and I go back to my 15 years of officiating, so sometimes I can spot the fouls a little earlier than most people. But
Nothing like good teamwork, absolutely.
That's going to make it 3rd and 11 for the Tigers from their 25-yard line.
Defense now adjusting, 4-man front for the Vikings. Quick slant pass complete.
Jordan Stover with the reception. He's actually going to lose some ground on that.
Good defensive battle here in the early going. Inside 9.5 to play in the first quarter.
McKee Jones was in on the tackle for Central Cabarrus, all 5'6" of him. He's listed as 5'6". Not a big player by high school standards these days.
With a big heart, though, and that's all that matters. Back to punt for Mount Pleasant is Austin Parker. Back deep to receive for the Vikings. Looks like Riley McGee. He fields it, tries to spin away from one, and then he's double-teamed right at the 40-yard line, right up against the 42. Charge led for Mount Pleasant by R.J. Haywood, and now the Vikings will take over for their second possession on offense.
Got a 26-yard punt there by Parker, who has committed verbally to play at Duke. We'll mention that tonight. Central Cabarrus at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10. No score, just underway, just under 9 minutes to go here at Central Cabarrus High School. Tigers from Mount Pleasant in Central Cabarrus, first game of the 2014 season.
Fuller gets the snap, hands it inside to Monley. Monley across midfield into Mount Pleasant territory and gets stacked up right at the 50-yard line. And he's wrapped up by Clayton Horn. And the corner, Robert Johns.
They'll bring up second and short. That's what coaches like. 2nd and 2 here at midfield.
Off tackle, coming around the end, and he is gone.
Monley's going to break it for a score here. 50 yards.
Johnny Monley got that ball off tackle and ran it all the way in for a touchdown. So it is an early 6-0 lead here for the Vikings, and their home fans are excited.
He'll do something no one else can do, and that'll score the first touchdown on the new turf field.
Looks like McGee is going to attempt the extra point here for the Vikings. Snap, hold, kick up, and good. So it's an early 7-0 lead here for Central Cabarrus. And this is Radio Free Cabarrus with Cabarrus County Football, and we'll be right back in just a second.
In the early 1950s, something really exciting happened right here in Concord, and it's been here ever since. It's the smooth, refreshing taste of Sundrop. Now, some of the faces have changed over the years, of course, but one thing that has not changed is the smooth citrus taste of an ice-cold Sundrop. You know something else that hasn't changed? It's Sundrop's involvement in Concord and the surrounding communities. Sundrop, hometown folks providing you with the taste you've come to enjoy for years and years and years. So next time you're grocery shopping, pick up Sundrop in your favorite flavor. After all, the folks at Sundrop, from delivery drivers, warehouse staff, and the management team, work hard every day to bring you the refreshing, smooth taste of Sundrop. Sundrop.
Back here where the Vikings will kick off, and it's McGee who pastes it downfield. And it goes way into the end zone, and it has been ruled a touchback. It went way over the head of Jordan Stover, so now Mount Pleasant will take over at their own 20 and try to come out and march 80 yards downfield.
Any kick in the end zone by high school rules, in case you don't know, is considered a touchback. No chance for any players to run out any free kicks or punch, any sort of kick. It is a touchback. So Mount Pleasant taking over 1st and 10 from the 20, their second possession of the night, trailing 7-0 here with 8:06 to go in the first quarter. Parker's going to be under center this time. He's got Reese and Wax in the backfield with him. Handoffs to Reese to the right-hand side. He's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice play there by the 6-foot linebacker, Josh Stewart. He read that play coming in between guard and tackle on the left side, and he was right there stunting and made a great play.
He did. He's going to give him a yard on that. That's a hard yard to earn right there.
Yes, it was.
2nd and 9 for the Tigers. Jordan Stover wide left. And again, the handoff to Reese. He's going to get off left tackle up across the 25-yard line, out to about the 26-yard line. Pick-up of about 4 yards on the play.
Corey Smith made the tackle for the Vikings. Coming off the field now for substitution is Yanni Monley.
He's still tired from his 50-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
3rd and 4, Mount Pleasant Tigers at their own 26-yard line, coming up on 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Again, 4-man front defense by Central Cabarrus.
And the handoff to Reese. Reese gets up across the 30-yard line out to about the 34. Good enough for the first down. That'll be Mount's first down of the night.
Brought down by Javante Love inside.
I was looking over some stats and noticed that Mount Pleasant last year ran the ball almost 78% of the time. They don't throw the ball a lot.
But look how big they are up front, Perry. They've got great offensive linemen. They have good size, and they're able to stay low. And
as I say that, Parker goes back to pass, and he's got Johns down the right-hand side, and it's completed. Now he dropped it. I think they are going to rule it complete.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is a completed pass down to inside the 30-yard line. They're going to spot it out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 28 yards, it looks like.
Tyler English brought him down, was running with him stride for stride and step for step. But a tremendous catch, and then he brought him down as soon as he could, but it was perfectly placed over the shoulder of the receiver.
First down, Tigers at the 27-yard line. And back to the running handoff to Reese to the left side. He's going to battle for a couple of yards.
Cameron Gardland led the charge there to bring him down. Going to end up with a gain of maybe 3, so it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers.
Key tonight with this hot weather is to keep the ball dry so you don't have any fumbles or anything like that. Early season games always kind of do that to you, the nervousness too. So we'll see if any of that comes into play tonight. Reese with the handoff again up the middle. He's going to get up across inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line. Referees are stopping the clock, and I know that means another Mount Pleasant Tiger first down.
Great play there inside defensively to finally bring him down by Riley McGee. McGee seems to be all over the field on both sides of the football for the Vikings. 1st and 10 from the 15. I know Coach Johns is happy when the team scores on you like that. You come back and you put a drive together yourself. You've marched down the field now. They're in the red zone here. Parker under center. And the handoff to Reese. He stopped in the backfield. May have fell forward to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Makai Jones making a nice play there to bring him down for no gain. They're going to call it 2nd and 10 again.
Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Central Cabarrus leading at 7-0. We've got an official's timeout. We're got an equipment issue with the Central Cabarrus defensive backfield.
Looks like a chin strap came loose, trying to snap it up. We are all set, and Jones is repaired and ready to go. 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers. Parker under center. Fakes, and it's a handoff inside to the fullback. That's Clayton Horn going around end. He is stopped immediately by Cortez Steele for a gain of 1. 3rd down and 9 inside the red zone there in the 14-yard line for the Tigers.
Parker's going to be another official's timeout now. Looks like Coach Johns wants to talk about this 3rd down play. He may already be in 2-down territory. But let's go to a word from our sponsors during this timeout.
It's more than just a home show.
The Southern Ideal Home Show has done the work for you by gathering hundreds of companies with the latest and best in building and remodeling, landscaping, kitchen and bath, interior decor, and everything for your home and garden. Celebrating its 30th year, it's Charlotte's only fall home improvement event, and it's the place to discover new products and learn from the pros.
It's more than just a home show.
Walk through the Ideal foyer filled with fabulous furniture and inspiring ideas. Watch top chefs share their secrets at the cooking stage, and enjoy Ideal family fun and water safety as Anthony and Sylvan Pools presents Twiggy the water skiing squirrel. So bring your ideas, bring your questions, and bring your plans to the Southern Ideal Home Show. Sponsored by the Charlotte Observer and Mary. It's August 22nd through the 24th at the Park Expo and Conference Center.
It's more than just a home show.
Visit SouthernIdealHomeshow.com for discount tickets and a chance to win $500 to shop the show.
Back here at Central Cabarrus High School. Perry and Paul here, your announcing tandem this evening. 4:33 to go first quarter. The Tigers of Mount Pleasant have the ball at the 14-yard line. Flag on the play before it snaps. Everybody checking everything out.
Looks like they may have had 12 men on the field, but the referee's going to wave that off. You don't want that after a timeout.
No, absolutely not.
You don't want it any time, but you definitely don't want it after a timeout.
Austin Parker in the shotgun. He's going to throw this time. He lets one fire, pushing off, and there's flag down on the play, and it still is ruled an incomplete pass.
Right, we've got 2 penalty flags. We've got probably a late hit on the quarterback, and I think we're going to have some interference in the end zone.
Yeah, Nagy Patterson looked like he was trying to make sure the receiver didn't catch the ball, and probably going to be pass interference and roughing the passer, but we're going to see what we have here as the officials congregate and try to solve the problem.
They'll decline one of them and take the other one, and that'll put them probably an automatic first down, half the distance to the goal.
Waiting for the ruling here. We have pass interference on the defense. Roughing the passer.
Yeah, they're going to get one of those. They're going to take it down to about the 7-yard line. The ball was on the 14. That's half the distance. That's going to put it on the 7. If you just decline one, you're not going to get both those penalties unless it would have been a dead ball. Right. And a live ball, you would have been able to get them both, but they're going to accept one of those. Coach Kiefer wants a little bit longer explanation here, and I think he's satisfied now. He's shaking his head. 4:27 on the clock.
Both penalties they're going to go with the roughing the passer penalty, so it gives it a first down, because that's a 15-yarder where the pass interference, I believe, inside the red zone is a 10-yard penalty, isn't it, Perry?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're putting it down to the 3-yard line now.
And
the preliminary signal indicated they were going to take one, then they end up taking the one that's going to get the most yardage out of, which I would too. First and goal from the 4-yard line, Mount Pleasant Tigers. Parker under center. And that's the handoff to Wax.
Brought down immediately there by Tyler Rawson.
I'm sorry, that was Colton Brown. Or Clayton Horn on the carry there. These numbers, they start riding up the jerseys.
Yep.
Clayton Horn on the carry there. He's going to get it down to about the 2-yard line, it looks like.
Deion Fuller on the tackle there.
That'll be second and goal.
On the 3-yard line, they're calling it. Fuller going up the middle, in for the touchdown.
That 42, Clayton Horn on the carry.
So it looks like we'll have a tie ball game here in just a second. But
great drive by Mount Pleasant. 80 yards after the long touchdown run by Central Cabarrus. Mount Pleasant answers back with a score of their own at 7-6. Parker's in to kick the extra point.
And the Vikings are a little disappointed at this time due to the fact that they had to take a roughing the passer penalty on a 3rd down and long. Ended up being a 1st and goal, and the Tigers punch it in. Parker now to attempt the extra point. Smashes it between the 2 uprights. Kick is good. We've got a tie ball game. It is 7-7 with 4:04 to play here in the first quarter between Central Cabarrus and Mount Pleasant. We'll be right back on Cabarrus Football.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Your hometown drugstore is Cannon Pharmacy. Fast, friendly, affordable. It's got all the modern conveniences, and they have free delivery. That's Cannon Pharmacy. You can go on the internet, cannonpharmacies.com. 6 great locations to serve you. 2 in Kannapolis, the new location in Concord. That's at Cabarrus Avenue at Concord Parkway. Also location in Charlotte and Mooresville. That's Cannon Pharmacies. Great hometown service. Your hometown drugstore is Cannon Pharmacy. You're listening to
We're back here at Central Cabarrus High School, Radio Free Cabarrus on the High School Cube. Mount Pleasant, Central Cabarrus all knotted up 7-7 with 4 minutes, 4 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Austin Parker to kick off, and he sends one deep. And she gets inside the end zone. Bobbled there by Corey Smith, but it is a touchback anyhow. So the ball be brought out to the 20 where the Vikings will take over. Score is deadlocked here at 7-7, 4:04 remaining in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us tonight. Beautiful night for football, and it's always exciting, your first game of the season, Perry, where everybody is undefeated and ready to play football. So, it's always a shining moment here for the seniors. They begin their senior year. The juniors, on JV last year come in now to help the big club. Place is packed. Everybody's going. Their adrenaline's flying. And we've got football underway. Counter play draw to Corey Smith. Tries to turn it upfield. Looks like he lost a couple of yards.
Going to be brought down in there by number 70, Isaiah Cox.
He came from right to left, and as soon as the ball got into Fuller's hands, he handed it right off their counter play off tackle. And now they lose a few yards and ends up being 2nd and 12 now. Ball is on the 18-yard line.
Mount Pleasant's looking for a stop here after they've knotted the game up.
Tight formation here. Handoff inside again. And coming out is Monley, and he did get a few yards. Got it across the 20, up above into the 23-yard line. Brought down right there by Karsten Grania. And also McCoy Black. 3rd down and 9 now for the Vikings. Fuller gets the sign from his offensive coordinator and head coach Donnie Kiefer. Now wide to the right is Austin Ritalik. Going again to Mosley, going around tackle, tries to get it across the 25, and he's met right there by Lawson Honeycutt and Clayton Horn.
Yeah, we've got an official. Well, he stopped the clock. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th down, 4th and about 5, and that's going to force Central Cabarrus into a punting situation. Riley McGee in to handle the punting duties. Back to receive for the Tigers, number 20, Cody Reese, and number 42, Clayton Horn. The deep man's going to be number 11, Jordan Stover. Mount should get pretty good field position here.
Punt goes up just shy past midfield, and it is bobbled. And now they're scrambling for it, and it looks like the Vikings have come up with the football, but we're waiting for the officials to sort through the pile.
Central has the ball. Now, whether they rule Central...
They do. Ball went...
I've seen no official signal from the... Let's see. Yep, 1st down, Central Cabarrus.
Ball went right through the hands of Stover, and then immediately Josh Stewart was there to hit him as the ball went through the hands, bounced a little bit, and then the Vikings recover, so now they take over inside Tiger territory right at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. With the ball now is Monley, and he's breaking to the left side. He's inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line. Brought down there by Tyler Gill and Jackson Ski.
It's going to be close to a 1st down, about a yard short. That'll be 2nd and short, 2nd and 1. And this is a down that coaches like to maybe gamble on because you figure you can get that yard on 3rd down. So you may see something, you may see them air it out right here.
Absolutely. Fuller in the shotgun. He's going to keep it. It's a quarterback draw, and he's got some room. He's got a 1st down and more. Still on his feet, inside the 20, down inside to the 12-yard line. Beautiful quarterback draw play.
And McCoy Black, defensive lineman, got thrown to the outside, but made a great recovery and pretty much chased him downfield about 15 and 20 yards. Big size difference there, but brought him down at about the 15-yard line. So good hustle there by McCoy Black. Also a good play there on the quarterback as well.
Well, there's your gamble right there, Perry, where they say they try to do something a little different here on a 2nd down and short play inside the 39-yard line. Here we go. Monley again, off to the right side. He's stacked up right near the line of scrimmage, and there to bring him down.
Looks like number 74, Zach Mayo, in there, along with Isaiah Cox.
Inside a minute to play, clock is running. First quarter tied at 7-7. However, the Vikings are pressing, and they're in the red zone. They are on the 14-yard line. In a 2nd and 9 situation, wide to the right for the Vikings is Austin Ritalik. Inside receiver in the slot position, Corey Smith. Monley throws inside, goes right through the hands of Corey Smith, but a great defensive effort there by Robert Jones to bust up that play.
Now, Robert Johns in on the defensive there. Almost could have picked that off. Was just a step or two away from getting up and picking that up, from making it a pick six there of about 80 yards. So we're going to have another play here in the first quarter, 24 seconds to go. 3rd and 9 for the Vikings.
Dayon Fuller running into his huddle. Corey Smith slot position right side. Wide right, Austin Ritalik. Twins on the other side as well. We're going to the other side now to throw. Going toward the end zone. Up, caught, touchdown. Nice play there, grabbed by Levon Hightower, and the Vikings pull ahead again. Beautiful pass. The needle was threaded there by Dayon Fuller. An absolute beauty. And I'll tell you, he went up to grab that football, and that looked like a Matthew Stafford to Calvin Johnson thing. Go up and get it and bring her down.
It was a great defense there by Mount Pleasant. The height advantage there.
That was a beautiful fade. He ran a fade right to the end of the end zone, jumped up, caught the football. Now extra point attempt up through the uprights, and the Vikings of Central Cabarrus now lead 14-7. 19 seconds to go first quarter. They got a high-scoring ball game. It looks like it will be here this evening, Perry. You're listening to Radio Free Cabarrus High School Football.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
You're listening to the High School Cube Game of the Week, powered by Radio Free Cabarrus in Concord, North Carolina.
Riley McGee going to kick off for the Vikings, and he puts his foot into it. It's a long, deep kick, but inside the end zone here. Coming out, B.J. White. The 20. B.J. White, he's brought down right at the 20-yard line, almost shy of 21. And now the Tigers will take over.
Mount Pleasant taking over here at the 21-yard line. E.J. White with the return. We're going to have 15 seconds to probably run a play here and before we get to the end of the first quarter. Central Cabarrus leading at 14-7. Mount Pleasant answered the earlier score with a drive of their own to tie it up 7-7. Let's see what they can do here with this possession.
Four-man defensive front for the Vikings.
Parker under center, Reese in the backfield, and a handoff to Reese to the right-hand side.
Stood up immediately there by 71, Javante Love. Looks like a gain of maybe 2 to 3 yards, Perry.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 when we resume the action on the opposite end of this beautiful field here at Central Cabarrus High School. Opening night here at high school football, opening game on this turf field, but we're going to hear from our sponsors here, and we'll be right back here at Central Cabarrus. Into the first quarter, Central Cabarrus 14, Mount Pleasant 7.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas, straight from the oven, and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
You're listening to the High School Cube Game of the Week, powered by Radio Free Cabarrus in Concord, North Carolina.
Back here at Central Cabarrus, into the first quarter, Mount Pleasant trails 14-7. They're going to have the ball at the 24-yard line when we resume action here. And again, a great night of football. The fans for both teams have come out tonight. Both sides are packed. We've got people standing on the end zone down here on the bank. Both bands are here tonight. Just a great night for football. And school hasn't started yet. When I was in high school, it just didn't seem like any games were played before school. But school starts Monday for the Cabarrus County schools, and these kids will be in there on Monday. And the winning team obviously is going to be a little happier than the losing team. But both teams so far have played pretty good football. Other than the one fumble by Mount Pleasant earlier, both teams have had a pretty good night.
This is a smash mouth game, okay? They're each defensive coordinator trying to figure the other offense out. They've got the bugs worked out now. The kids are warm. They're loose. They're trying to avoid cramping because of the severe heat. However, things are going to work out well for both sides as they now get comfortable and have 3 quarters of football remaining.
Parker's under center. He's going to hand it off to the fullback. And he gets met at the line of scrimmage and driven back. It looks like on the carry there, looks like it was Brandon Hartzell. And maybe he's going to lose about 3 yards on that play. So that's going to bring up, they're going to mark it back to the line of scrimmage and give him his forward progress. That's going to make it about 3rd and 7.
Nice tackle there by Josh Stewart for the Vikings inside. Thanks for joining us tonight. Just began the second quarter.
Coming up at halftime, our Ben Minette Chevrolet halftime report. We'll try to get some other scores from across the county for you. Parker in the shotgun formation, looking to pass and looking downfield. He's got a couple receivers in the same area, intended for number 14, Brandon Hartzell, and also in the area, Jordan Stover, but it's overthrown, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Tigers.
Great defensive coverage there by Corey Smith and also Riley McGee as they were double teaming the receiver, and Smith was almost at his fingertips on that for an interception. However,
that'll bring up 4th down. I forgot about the one play we ran before the quarters. That's actually going to be 4th down. So Tigers in a punting situation here. Parker back to punt.
Looks like McGee back deep for Central Cabarrus. Punt is high and deep. 30-yard line, McGee. He's got it. 31, across the 35, up to the 40-yard line, and he's met right there by number 23, Dylan Reese. So the Vikings will take over as Riley McGee is slow to get up right now. He is okay, but moving a little gingerly back into the offensive huddle.
Yeah, 42-yard punt there by Parker. Central's going to have decent field position at the 40-yard line as they take over for their first possession here in the second quarter.
Deion Fuller commands his troops. Taryn Gregory getting in there. Twins to the right side. McGee is being taken out of the game. Wide left is Austin Ritalik. Wide right looks like Tyler English. Inside quarterback draw. That's Fuller, and he is met for a loss, and then there are flags on the play as his helmet is removed inside the huddle.
Yeah, Tyler Gill in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant along with Isaiah Cox. It looks like there may have been a face mask or something there at the end of the play. We'll wait and see what our referee, Mr. Adams, gives us tonight. It's going to be personal foul face mask. That's going to be a 15-yarder. Ball spotted at the 40. They're going to tack that on, it looks like. Now Coach Johns wants an explanation of something as well.
Got an update here from our buddy Mark Plemons as Cox Mill is up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter.
That's Coxmill over J.M. Robinson. I think it's Robinson they're playing tonight. Yeah.
14-0 Coxmill, end of one.
That's going to move the ball inside Tiger territory to about the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 Central Cabarrus, just underway in the second quarter.
Looks like an off-tackle reverse play. Running with it is Corey Smith, and he gets the ball inside the 40-yard line down at the 39.
Driven out of bounds by Clayton Horn for the Tigers, but he's going to pick up about 6 yards on that carry.
So here we go. Handoff inside to Monley. Monley getting inside the 30 down to about the 29-yard line.
I think they're going to rule his knee down at the 31. Still good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 for the Vikings. Wide to the right, Levon Hightower. Wide right over here is Austin Ritalik. Ball goes up the middle again to Monley.
Karsten Grangen in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant.
Gain of about, they're down to the 25-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 5. Ball going inside. Monley still will not go down. What an effort by that kid as he went all the way down to the 21-yard line.
Justice Eisenhower in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant.
Nine and a half to play in the half. Central Cabarrus leading 14-7. They're at the 21-yard line. Handoff again, and this time it's to Xavier Harris.
Might have been a touchdown saving tackle there by Justin Eisenhower. I say tackle, he tripped him up there inside the 10, but he may have scored had he not been tripped up there. It's a good play there by Eisenhower.
He's a 5'4", small running back, but he is 150 pounds of solid muscle, so he is Barry Sanders type, short and muscular and quick. As soon as he gets that football, he is making it move.
9-yard line for Central Cabarrus, 2nd and 1.
Deion Fuller in the shotgun. He's going to take it himself. He gets inside, fumbles the football. Looks like it was landed on by an offensive lineman of the Vikings, and it was. So they keep the possession, but Fuller was holding that like a loaf of bread and got it elbowed right out of his hands.
He did.
8:45 to play here. Clock is stopped.
Clock should be running after that play. Not sure why it is stopped, but that's not my concern right now. 3rd and 3. I think 2 down territory here for Central Cabarrus.
3rd down 3. Ball on the 10-yard line. Shotgun again by Deion Fuller. Fuller gets the snap. Flag on the play. Handed off inside to Xavier Harris. He gets it down to the 8-yard line, but again, Laundry on the field.
Illegal motion there on Central Cabarrus. Someone must have moved in that background. That's going to back them up. Well, yeah, it's going to back them up to about 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. They're going to be at about the 10-yard, 15-yard line. 8:39 to go in the second quarter.
Now they're bringing it back here, so.
Now we've got a timeout on the field by Central Cabarrus. We're going to stay right here, folks. I'm going to get you up to date with some scores from across the area that I've got here for you. Right now, Concord leads A.L. Brown 14-0. Mooresville 7-0 over West Rowan. Marvin Ridge 7-0 over West Montgomery. Weddington 14-7 over Ardrey Kell. Carolina Pride 7-0 over Union Academy. Carson 7-0 over Salisbury. Piedmont 7-0 over Hickory Ridge, our neighbors just down the road from here. And Lake Norman 14-0 over North Meck. South Rowan 8, South Iredell 8, South Rowan 0, and East Rowan leads North Rowan 7-0. So a surprise up East Rowan there, another South Piedmont Conference team. So some scores there for you while we have this little timeout here at Central Cabarrus, where Central Cabarrus leads Mount Pleasant 14-7, but the Vikings are threatening again here midway through the second quarter.
Looks like a 3rd down and 8 situation now after that penalty.
And these timeouts are a little extended. Usually timeouts are a minute long in high school football, but
right.
With the heat at the prior to the season, and when this comes on, it's not uncommon for the officials to extend those timeouts a little more, especially when it's not breaking up a drive.
No, absolutely.
And that's what they've done here, so everybody can stay safe tonight and get hydrated.
Absolutely. Alrighty, Fuller in the shotgun, man in motion, fakes the counter. He's back to throw. Having trouble, he's scrambling now. Fires it over to his tight end across, and that's 33, McGee, and he gets out of bounds, and that looks like it is enough for a first down, and that will bring up 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Great patience there by Deion Fuller, who had to roll, scramble for his life, roll to the right, and then finally complete the pass to McGee, who was his last outlet to get the ball to.
Good pressure there from the Mount Pleasant defense, but they were unable to bring him down. He did get the ball away and good enough for the first down, and that's going to put him at the 5-yard line.
Dre Purvis into the game, hustling out to catch some water is Austin Ritalik. Fuller in the shotgun again. Wide right, or left, is Levon Hightower. Handoff inside to Xavier Harris, and he's inside. Looks close to the goal line.
I've got a penalty flag down as well. Let's see what the preliminary signal is going to be. Motion.
False start against offense.
Offense.
So that's going to march the ball back now to the 10-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 now.
Yeah, I think what happened there, Central Cabarrus is sending a player onto the field. They only had 10 men on the field during that play, and didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage for that play. Got to have 7 on the line in high school football, so they just sent a player on. No one came off, so it looks like they've got their 11 on the field now, but they're facing first down again from the 10. It's 1st and goal.
Fuller in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Xavier Harris again. Inside the 5. Gets brought down right about the 5-yard line. He is really an explosive little running back, doing a fine job inside there for the Vikings. Warm, sticky night here at Central Cabarrus High School, but that does not keep the people away from the first night of high school football.
You're right.
Fuller shotgun, fakes the draw, goes deep to the end zone, overthrows. It was intended for Hightower, but he was way ahead of him. He led him too far.
Mount Pleasant defense hanging in there right now. Central's been inside this red zone, and a couple penalties have pushed them back. They've gained the yardage, and they lose some yardage on a penalty again. But right now, Mount Pleasant would love to have Central Cabarrus settle for a field goal if they could.
Absolutely. 7:08 to play first half. 14-7, Central Cabarrus. They're trying to knock on Mount Pleasant's door with a 3rd down and goal and the ball on the 6-yard line. Deion Fuller in the shotgun once again. Fakes the draw to Daniels. He's rolling left, trying to throw. Goes toward the end zone. Jumping up to get it, but overthrown.
Penalty flag down on the
tower.
Play. And again, 1, 2, 3. No preliminary signal yet. Illegal shove of the illegal use of the hands, maybe a shove to the face of a defensive lineman.
Right.
Pass was incomplete. I would think Coach Johns would decline that and bring up 4th down. He may push them back a little further, but
Well, the combination of Fuller and Hightower, they're trying to use it here. The last two pass plays were intended for Hightower. He's the one who put the Vikings ahead 14-7 on that Calvin Johnson imitation, going up high and bringing it down.
They are going to decline it, so that's going to bring up to 4th down.
Ball's on the 6. Kiefer talking to Tyler English on the sidelines, coming up with a plan. Play clock rolling down. Tyler English now going to the right. He is going to take over the quarterback duties.
Both fans on their feet. Central hollering for the touchdown here. Mount Pleasant wanting the defensive stand.
English in the game. Goes back to throw. He's looking. He's rolling to the right. He's got some room. He's going to take it himself and plunge into the end zone for the touchdown. What a run and patience by Tyler English. First play at quarterback of the season, and he puts it in the end zone for the Vikings.
6-yard run there. Tyler English got out to the left-hand side and had a man open in the end zone, but elected to keep it and got into the end zone there for the touchdown. Central Cabarrus leads it 20-0.
20-7.
I'm sorry, 20-7. My fault.
That's okay. And it looks like Riley McGee is going to attempt the extra point once again. He has shattered the first two through the uprights with no problem. Kick is up.
Well,
and it is no good this time. So, the Vikings add 6 more to their tally, and they lead Mount Pleasant 20-7 here at Central Cabarrus High School. 6:34 to play in the first half. We'll be right back after these words. This is Cabarrus County High School football.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162. You're listening to the High School Cube Game of the Week, powered by Radio Free Cabarrus in Concord, North Carolina.
Tyler McGee boots into the kickoff here as we come back. And there are flags on the play here. So that will be negated. Looks like it'll be moved back a little bit. Somebody might have jumped the gun here on the kickoff.
Waiting for the football to come back from downfield. Nice catch by the official there.
They're just going to re-kick, no penalty.
I didn't do that. I always say throw it to number 22, and I'd make 22 hand it to me.
They are backing it up.
.6:34 to go, second quarter. Central Cabarrus leads it 20-7.
So
Paul Romanowski, Perry Gabriel here with you on Radio Free Cabarrus and High School Cube.
McGee boots into it. Takes a bounce at the 18. Picked up with it and running. Cody Reese is nailed right there at about the 28-yard line.
Got stacked up at the 30-yard line. I think I'm going to mark it about a yard short. They're going to put it on the 30. That's what a good official will do. Keep it on the yard line to start the series. 1st and 10, Mount Pleasant. 6 minutes to go on the clock. Plenty of time for them to get drive here going and get some more points on the board before halftime. And stay tuned for halftime. Our Ben Minette Chevrolet halftime report coming up here in a few minutes. Parker under center. Hand off to Reese, left of center, left of the line. He's going to get his way up to about the 35-yard line. Pickup of about 5 yards there for the Tigers.
Nice tackle inside by Josh Stewart. 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 5 with 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
Parker under center. He's got Johns out to the right, far right. He's back to pass. He's looking for Johns the entire way. He's got Johns. Had him open, just overthrew him about a step or two. Almost hit him in stride, and Johns would have had some, as they say, yardage after the catch on that play.
Well, he could have had an end zone there, but it was just overthrown a touch.
3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. Parker's going to get in the shotgun formation. He's got Reese split to his right. 2 wideouts right, double wideouts to the left. Back to pass, and again he's going to scramble. He's looking for Johns. He's got Johns in the flat. He's caught it. They're going to rule him out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, but that's going to be good enough for the first down for Mount Pleasant.
They did rule it a catch there, and it was a great throw in desperation and a great reception there to move the chains.
Johns was covered up downfield and came back to the ball, and that's the signs of a good receiver there when they come back to the quarterback looking for the ball. And Parker was able to hit him there with that pass. So Mount Pleasant's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line, 5:45 to go. Parker under center. And here's the handoff to Reese. Off the right tackle, he's going to grind out a couple of hard-earned yards up to about the 48-yard line before being brought down on the play by number 9, McKee Jones.
5.5 to play here. 2nd down and 8.
Got Hartzell to the right. The handoff to Reese. Left of tackle. He's going to break it into the secondary. Out across midfield. Inside Viking territory. Down to the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 12 yards. Good enough for a Tiger first down.
Deion Fuller brought him down there and saved a touchdown.
Good mixture of plays here by Mount Pleasant. Run, pass, under center, shotgun formation. Keeping that Central defense honest. Parker under center, Reese in the backfield, and a flag on the play.
Looks like a false start there on the offense.
You are so right. It's going to still be first down, but it'll be 1st and 15. Update from Concord. Concord now leads Kannapolis 20-7. First and 15, Mount Pleasant, 4:40 and counting on the clock here in the first half. The Ben Minette Chevrolet halftime report coming up shortly. Parker looks over to the coach, maybe calling an audible here. And handoff to Reese in the middle of the field.
He has stood up immediately at the line of scrimmage there. Great defensive read by number 71, Javante Love.
No gain there by Reese. Second and 14. Under 4 minutes to go. Parker in shotgun formation, a high snap, but he controls the handoff to Reese to the left-hand side. He gets around the corner, down inside the 35, brought down out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Still going to be short of the first down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
But again, a 3rd and 3 situation is a whole lot easier to handle than a 2nd and 14.
It is.
So nice recovery there, and good yardage gained by Reese and the Tigers.
They're going to mark him out of bounds at 34, so they're going to need 4 yards for the first down.
Vikings digging deep here on defense. Shotgun.
Trips to the right. Parker looking to pass, and he just throws it in the ground. Might have been the best thing there. Good coverage there on the play by Central Cabarrus by number 22. Najee Patterson.
Maurice Holloway was putting pressure on the quarterback, so there was some obstacles to overcome there, but with 3:35 to play here, second quarter, brings up 4th and 4, and the offense staying on the field.
Parker is your punter as well. Maybe a quick kick here. No, he's going to go back to pass, and he's looking downfield, and it's going to be thrown out of bounds. No chance for that to be caught at all. And that's going to turn the ball over on downs to Central Cabarrus with 3:29 on the clock. Not sure the receiver was on the same page with the quarterback on that throw.
Well overthrown. So that might have been a route miscommunication in there as well.
Central Cabarrus taking over. 3:29 to go, second quarter at their 34-yard line.
Deion Fuller back on the field as quarterback for the Vikings. He's in the shotgun. Play inside, and there's a break loose. We are up to
Monley on the carry.
And that's Monley. Quick draw and went right up. Clock stops here as they move the change. And he is right at the 49-yard line.
Clock will start on the line now. It's running under 3:20 to go. Central Cabarrus just shy of midfield.
Wide to the left is Ritalik. Quarterback keep inside Tiger territory, down inside the 45-yard line, down to the 44.
Tackle on the play there by Clayton Horn for the Tigers.
Quarterback draw play by Deion Fuller.
Pick up of about 6. That'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 3, maybe. They're going to give him 7 on that.
Yeah. So at the 44-yard line, here come the Vikings once again, trying to get and add to their lead before halftime. Fuller with the ball.
Pressure coming.
He avoids the sack. Rolling to the right. Caught right there by Riley McGee. McGee inside to the 30-yard line. And that will move the chains, and it is enough for the first down.
Isaiah Cox there for the Tigers, putting good pressure on the quarterback. Just wasn't able to get him in his grasp. Able to complete the pass here on the left side. Good enough for a Viking first down at the 31-yard line. 2:20 on the clock. Vikings on the move.
Great play again. Great athleticism by the quarterback, Deion Fuller, as he avoided that sack. Gets the ball. Draw play inside now. Coming to Monley. Monley now inside the 30 to the 26-yard line.
He'll be driven out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Pick up of about 4 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 6. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. Just a couple minutes away from the Hendricks Chevrolet. I said Hendricks, the Ben Minette Chevrolet. I was reading the scoreboard down there. My apologies for that.
Fuller again to Monley. Monley inside the 20, to the 15, the 10, the 5. And he fumbles the football into the end zone. And we're going to see.
Yeah, they're going to rule that he fumbled out of the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. Mount Pleasant should get the ball on that. He fumbles it out of the end zone before he crossed. It's going to be first down, Mount Pleasant Tigers.
Fantastic defensive effort there by R.J. Haywood as he grabbed a hold and got his arm underneath his elbow and popped the football right out of there.
Great defensive play and a touchdown saving play there because Mount Pleasant's going to take over at the 20. Central just seconds away from scoring there, and the ball, when it's funneled through the end zone like that.
And those are little freaky things that just happen. And Monley was in the end zone and was ready to high step it in, and then lost control of the football, fumbled it into the end zone. Now the Tigers have possession at their own 20, and they've got the clock to work with at 1:55 to go.
You want to be careful here, though. You don't want to turn it over and give Central another chance here this deep in their territory. But Parker's looking to pass, and Johns is going deep. Johns has got it. Johns has got it. He's going to score. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Mount Pleasant. And Austin Parker to Robert Johns, 80 yards.
And that did not take long. That was one play, a defensive momentum swing, and here comes the offense on the field, and all of a sudden now you have a 7-point ball game.
Yeah, and I mean, just like that, Johns got behind the defender to pass. He was overthrown earlier in the night, and that one was right on the money, hit him in stride, and once he caught it, he was untouched, and he went the distance, 80 yards, Austin Parker to Robert Johns. Parker's going to be in to kick the extra point now, but he's got a small issue. He doesn't have a holder. Here comes his holder. There's still plenty of time. Snap the spot and the kick. It's good. Austin Parker adds the point after touchdown. Central Cabarrus 20, Mount Pleasant 13 here on Radio Free Cabarrus in High School Cube.
This is Paul Romanowski along with Perry Gabriel. Thank you for joining us tonight. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll have some other scores from other games around Cabarrus County, and we'll be right back to finish the first half here in just a moment.
Where else can you stare in wonder amazement at the blinding speed of racing pigs, smell the aroma of freshly prepared funnel cakes, and marvel at Cabarrus County's best agricultural products? That's right, it's the annual Cabarrus County Fair coming September the 5th through the 13th at the Cabarrus Arena and Event Center on Highway 49 between Concord and Mount Pleasant. Add in the midway rides, all that good food, and great entertainment. It'll be a time you won't forget. Get all the details online, CabarrusCountyFair.com. The Wonder Amazement begins September the 5th, runs through the 13th. That's the Cabarrus County Fair.
Back here at Central Cabarrus, 1:43 on the clock till halftime. Central Cabarrus leads it 20-14. Mount Pleasant just struck on a 80-yard one-play scoring drive. Austin Parker hit Robert Johns down the right sideline in stride. Johns went untouched, danced it into the end zone. Parker added the PAT, and that's where we are, folks, right now.
Corey Smith back deep to receive the kick as the Vikings get another shot at the end zone here before halftime. Kick is low and on the ground. Picked up by Smith. He's at the 5, across the 10, the 15, the 20. Turns the corner on the right side. He's across the 30, the 40, and out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So a great return by Corey Smith, and puts the Vikings in good field position here as they take over with 1:36 to play in the first half.
Clayton Horn in on the tackle there for the Tigers.
Ball placed at the 42. Deion Fuller back in at quarterback. Corey Smith.
Mount Pleasant's going to try to do what Central couldn't avoid that last drive and give up a big play here. They're within a touchdown here.
And CC has had success moving the football. There's the handoff to Monley. He tries to turn the corner and gets it up to the line of scrimmage and maybe a few inches more, but not much.
Brought down on the play by R.J. Haywood.
Second down and 9. Ball on the 43. Clock winding at 1:10.
Coming up, the Ben Minette Chevrolet halftime report. Just a few minutes away.
Back to pass is Fuller. He looks. He runs with it. Gets up across the 45 to the 50. Another juggle, and he's brought down, and there's a flag again. It might be a late hit as forward motion was going. He was carrying himself backward, and then some flags went flying.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a face mask or it was a late hit. They had him stacked up there and didn't get a whistle.
Officials conveying here at midfield.
I'm gonna go on record as saying this one's gonna be waved off. Well, there I go, folks.
There you go.
I'm 1 for 1.
So the ball is now at the 48-yard line.
Sometimes the anticipation for the players, when they overreact to a play, the officials kind of do the same thing. They anticipate something's going to happen, but that's human nature.
Third down and 5.
We don't have the replay system here in high school football.
Tyler English now in at quarterback for the Vikings. He gets the snap in the shotgun. Rolls to his left. He's going to keep it and run with it. Inside the 45 and knocks out of bounds, and it is enough for the first down. So it will move the chains, and the Vikings now are inside Tiger territory at the 45 with just 32 and a half seconds to play.
A good block there by Central Cabarrus to avoid the block in the back. He got him from the side. It looked like he was going to come up and hit him from behind, but he laid off of him just long enough to get a good block in there and allow English to pick up a few more yards. 32 seconds to go, first half. Central Cabarrus leads it 20-14.
English at quarterback. The other quarterback, Deion Fuller, wide to the right. Might be a black bag play here. English going back to throw. He looks. It's intended for Hightower, and he led him too far. Ball knocked out of bounds. 28 seconds to play in the first half. It will be 2nd and 10 from the 45.
While all you folks are waiting on this next play, there's some news coming out of the Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton has been injured. To what extent, they do not know right now, but they're saying that he is pointing to his hip, maybe a hip injury, suffering in the preseason game tonight with the New England Patriots. So we'll try to get an update on that as well. Preseason game, you don't want any injuries.
Not at all. You try to escape the preseason injury-free.
Yeah, where the kickers kick off on the field here at the 40-yard line, they've got the little Viking helmets, and I keep looking at them thinking there's yellow flags on the field.
Right.
A little bigger than the yellow flags we used to carry as officials, but kind of catches you off guard sometimes. Beautiful field, CC in the middle of the field, Central Cabarrus. Real proud of their facility tonight, as all the folks from here in Cabarrus County are.
English in a shotgun, gets the ball, back to throw, going way deep. Up there is Hightower. He's up. He makes the catch. Official going to mark it, and he rules it as a catch, and he's down inside the 15-yard line to the 14. It is first down and 10 to go for Central Cabarrus.
Robert Johns and Robert Parrish in on the tackle there, in on the coverage there from Mount Pleasant, and pretty good coverage. But again, Hightower, his height plays the advantage there. He just out-jumped, was able to get that ball and reach it. And Central Cabarrus is in business here at the 13-yard line with 20 seconds to go.
Fuller in the slot position left side. Ritalik left wide out. English with the snap. He's looking for one of those two. Gets it inside now to Monley. Monley inside, touchdown Vikings, and it is, they add to their lead with 14 seconds to go in the second. And I'll tell you what, Tyler English has moved this football team down the field when he has come in at quarterback, so they're switching it up. And Fuller has played an outstanding game as well. But as we switch things up a little bit, it moves the football for Central Cabarrus. On the field now is Riley McGee, who is going to attempt the extra point with 14 seconds to play first half. 26-14, Central Cabarrus. Let's see if they can make it 27. McGee gives the ready sign. There's a snap, and it's a push play, and faked it, and it was Monley who tried to get in for two, and he's knocked out before he gets into the end zone. So the extra point attempt fails, and with 14 seconds to go, Central Cabarrus leads 26-14. We'll be right back in just a minute. You are listening to Radio Free Cabarrus and Cabarrus County High School football.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at benminot.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle, you estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery. all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, click, and drive at benminot.com. Again, shop, click, and drive benminot.com today.
Remember, there's only one hometown radio station in Concord, North Carolina, and it's not on the AM dial. It's right here, radiofreecabarrus.com.
Back here at Central Cabarrus High School, 14 ticks left on the clock. Sundrop, our pregame and postgame sponsor. Big Sundrop logo down there on the clock. 14 seconds to go. Central Cabarrus leads it 26-14. They're going to kick off to Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant's going to get the ball to start the second half. So we'll see what they come up with here in these final 14 seconds. May depend on what type of run back they get on this kickoff.
Riley McGee puts it on the ground. It is fielded right there by 42 Horn. Horn tries to get to midfield. He's brought down at right about the 44-yard line with 8.5 seconds to play in the half.
And Central's going to put in a defense secondary now. They're already putting a deep, already back on the 20, about 40 yards downfield. Not sure if Mount Pleasant will throw it, if they'll just take a knee and get out of here, trailing by 12.
Well, they've got a quarterback who can throw the football.
And Robert Johns is on the side over here again. It worked once. Why can't it work twice? Shotgun formation and the handoff to Cody Reese. He gets all across midfield inside Viking territory, and Mount Pleasant's going to call a timeout. They're at the 48-yard line. You've got nothing to lose. If you throw it deep, throw it into the end zone. Worst case scenario, if it's intercepted, you just have to make a tackle before he runs it back 100 yards.
You're going to try to do either another running playoff tackle, or you'll do the Hail Mary to try to tighten up the score a little bit. You've got, you only got time to run one play. So, anything is possible here. You can keep it on the ground and get out of it, but coaches wouldn't have called a timeout if they wanted just to, take a knee.
Yeah, and you got to be smart here, too. If you get in any trouble whatsoever, you start losing the ball, fumbling it, looks like it's going to pop loose, fall on it, cover it up, and just take a knee and go down. Don't risk the chance of getting it knocked out like we saw earlier with Monley down here in the end zone for Central just a few minutes ago. 3 seconds they put back on the clock. 1.93 seconds, still just time for one play. Water girls and water boys tonight have their work cut out for them. They're doing a great job here on the sideline, keeping these players hydrated. Knock on wood, but we've had no injuries, no hydration issues tonight. Officials have done a good job keeping the teams during the timeouts, making sure they're taking water and everything. And I'm sure the coaches at halftime will express that to the players and tell them, hey, let's get some water and stay loose.
And there have not been a million penalty flags on the field tonight. It's been a relatively free game. You've had a couple issues where the adrenaline hits you and you've got false starts. You've had one illegal hands to the face. You've had a face mask. You've had a roughing the passer. And that's pretty
nothing
much
out of the ordinary for high school football. But Parker's back to pass. He looks across the middle and is hit and caught there, but I think they're going to rule it incomplete. That's going to end the first half. So we're here at halftime. Central Cabarrus leads it 26-14. Stay tuned. We're going to come back, get you updated on some scores. We're going to pay some bills with our sponsors here and get you the Ben Minette Chevrolet halftime report here in just a few minutes. You're listening to High School Football on Radio Free Cabarrus, powered by High School Cube. And that's been a couple of big plays for the Vikings. So we're just about a minute or so away from the start of the second half. And again, great job here tonight by the fans here. A standing room only crowd. You've got people in the end zone down here sitting on the grass, and all that means one thing: traffic jam getting out of here.
Absolutely, and excitement on both sides of the field, as there are no seats available on the Mount Pleasant side of the field either. So both fan bases excited about their teams. It's a tight ball game, 26-14. A 2-score edge right now for Central Cabarrus. However, Mount Pleasant is not going to lay down and go away. It's going to be an exciting second half. We're glad you're here with us this evening, and hope you'll stick with us here till the end of the ball game. A great day for football here, the first one of many here this fall on Radio Free Cabarrus, and we thank you sincerely for joining us, and we sincerely thank all of our sponsors for participating and helping us bring these broadcasts to you on Radio Free Cabarrus.
Right, Ben Minette and Richie's Auto Service on board this year, our Sundrop sponsor for the pregame and postgame report, Wilson Funeral Home, Pizza Hut, Troutman's Barbecue, all doing a great job keeping us on the air and allowing you to watch your high school football games here in Cabarrus County.
So here we go, the kickoff, and Mount Pleasant will get the football and receive.
Cody Reese taking it at about the 18-yard line, gets up the middle of the field, out across the 40-yard line. A good return there by Cody Reese. Took it about the 18 up to the 42. It's going to be about a 24-yard return, and that's where Mount Pleasant will take over here to start the second half.
Maurice Holloway had to make the tackle there up toward midfield. So the Tigers will take over at the 43-yard line and try to get it into the end zone here to tighten the score.
Parker is under center, looks around. Got wide outs to the right and the left, and he's going to hand it off to Reese up the middle of the field, and he may get a yard or two. Mark him up to about the 45-yard line. That's where they're going to give him one, so that'll make it 2nd and 9 from the 44. Mount Pleasant patiently running the offense, no hurry, coming up to line of scrimmage, just looking at the defense, and Parker is under center. He's going to look to pass. He's got a receiver over here, Brandon Hartzell, but it's going to be tipped and out of bounds. Hartzell unable to come down with it.
Rolls off of his fingertips, and nice coverage there by Hightower.
With all respect to Hartzell, he looks about 5'7". He's being defended by a guy who's 6'4", and that's usually doesn't fare well for the offensive guy there. 3rd and 9, Mount Pleasant. Parker shotgun formation. John's wide right. Hartzell the slot. Parker rolls to his left. He looks downfield. He's going to throw it downfield, and it's going to be tipped away there by number 2 for Central Cabarrus, Diane Fuller. Tipping the ball away. That'll bring up 4th down.
Great coverage there by Fuller. But they're going for the gusto, and looks like we're going to have a punting situation now for
Parker. So it's going to be 4th and 9, and Mount Pleasant looks like a 3 and out here to start the second half. Didn't even run a minute off the clock with the 2 incomplete passes, and Central's going to get the ball somewhere about the 30-yard line, depending on the type of return they get. Parker puts it away. Going to go off the right side of his foot. It's going to take a hit about the 35-yard line and go out of bounds there at the 34. Justin Eisenhower on the coverage for the Tigers. Central Cabarrus taking over at the 34-yard line. Their first possession here in the second half.
So a shallow punt puts the Vikings in good field position. And they will begin their first drive of the second half at the 34-yard line. Deion Fuller will do the quarterback honors here to begin the second half. Handoff inside to Monley. Monley across the 40. Stays on his feet, gets to about the 41-yard line before he is met there immediately.
E.J. White in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant. And Monley's that type of player that you need to get some hands on him and and get a grasp of him when he's near the line. Because he gets into that secondary, he's going to be pretty quick, and he's going to maybe be able to dart around you and get some long runs. You want to bottle him in where you can there, and maybe containing him at the line of scrimmage.
Corey Smith and Hightower wide to the right. Quarterback draw again, and here goes Fuller. Fuller across midfield to the 45 and down about the 46-yard line.
They're going to give him his forward progress and mark it across there to the 44. So good enough for a first down. And he's coming out of the game now.
This is the third time that he's lost his helmet tonight on a play. Those chin straps need to be tightened up.
And high school rules,
try to prevent a serious injury.
If you lose your helmet in a high school game, you have to come out for a play.
And that's exactly what happened, so he had to come out. So now Tyler English steps in at quarterback.
And that's not a bad, what we've seen here, that's not a bad problem.
English in the shotgun. Hands the ball to Monley. Monley trying to break loose to the 45 down inside to the 42-yard line. Looks like a gain of only 2.
Dylan Reese, the first initial hit there for the Tigers, also in on the play, number 50, Tucker Furr.
Second down and 9. And Fuller back in at quarterback. In the shotgun. Real tight formation here. Monley going around left, across the 40, inside and out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Joe Parrish in on the hit for the Tigers, pushing him out of bounds. Looks like they're going to spot it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. You're listening to Radio Free Cabarrus, High School Cube, our Cabarrus County season opener here from Central Cabarrus High School. Central Cabarrus and the Mount Pleasant Tigers. 9 minutes to go, third quarter. 26-14, Vikings lead it.
Juggled snap, and Monley with the football across the 35 up to the 31-yard line. Looks like it'll move the chains for a first down. That is enough. 8:57 to play third quarter.
Caleb Spears in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant. And this defense for Mount Pleasant, you look down there now, and they're starting to hold their hands on their hips coming out of the timeout, coming out of the halftime. And then Central's run the ball here 4 or 5 plays in a row, and fatigue may be setting in.
Quick throw here now, and Fuller trying to scramble to get it off. Throws it to Hightower. Hightower catches the football, but only gains about 2 yards.
It looked like he was looking to make a quick throw to the left here, and it was covered up, and then just kind of looked for a second option and found Hightower over there in the flat. But
it was a quick pass intention here to the left side, but the receiver must have ran the wrong route, and it wasn't there, so Fuller had to run for his life and came over to the other side of the field and used his final outlet, which was Hightower over on the right side. Second down and 8 now. Looks like McGee and Smith at Twins left. We're going left side. Here comes Monley. Monley getting it inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line.
Isaiah Cox in on the tackle for the Tigers. We've called his name quite a few times tonight. A good game tonight by Isaiah Cox, the senior linebacker, offensive lineman, I'm sorry.
Keeps the clock rolling. And great time management here by the Vikings on their possession. Fuller in the shotgun. Monley the only setback. Fakes the draw and now rolls left, tries to throw, fires toward the end zone. Hightower goes up and gets mugged on his way down, and it is an incomplete pass.
He had the height advantage again, but a good defensive play there by number 4 for the by number 2, E.J. White for Mount Pleasant. And again, Isaiah Cox for Mount Pleasant putting pressure on the quarterback, but not able to sack him for the loss. He did get the ball away to avoid the loss of yardage, so that's going to bring up 4th down from the 27-yard line. I see no reason why Coach Kiefer won't go for it here.
And he is, but he has English as the signal caller here at quarterback. Strong trips to the right side. English rolling to his right. Fires. Caught. Number 33, Riley McGee. Enough for the first down. And inside the 20-yard line and inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line.
Robert Johns in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant. Looked like he was going to stay out there and block, and then all of a sudden he just kind of faded down the sideline there. English was able to hit him with the pass, and good enough for a Viking first down. A little different from the game last year. Central Cabarrus won at 13-0, and this year we've seen 40 points put on the board already here midway through the third quarter.
Deion Fuller wide left. Fuller with the football, and now inside to Monley. Monley, 10-5, down to the 2-yard line before he's tripped up. Great defensive effort there by number 2, E.J. White, to bring him down and prevent the touchdown. But I tell you what, he got right inside the 5, and now you've got 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, good defensive stop there. Unfortunately, they're at the 1-yard line and threatening to score again here on their first possession of the second half. Fuller and English both in the game at this time. And now there's a timeout, or injury timeout. The player going off the field for Mount Pleasant. Central Cabarrus is confused on the offense here. They're not sure. They're going to reset the game, the 25-second play clock. That's going to give Central time to regroup on offense here. A couple players looking around like, I'm not sure which position I'm supposed to be in.
English with the football. Hands it to Monley. Monley's wrapped up and can't go anywhere. He's losing yardage and back down, brought down around the 6-yard line.
And on the tackle for the Tigers, number 78, Austin Moore. Maybe even lost a yard on that. They're going to spot it at the 2, so they're going to, that's going to be a loss of a yard there.
Fuller is going to be wide to the right. Hightower wide left. English at quarterback. In motion goes McGee. Handoff to Monley. Monley trying to get inside and is brought down again shy of the end zone and brought back down around the 2-yard line, so no gain on the play.
Clayton Horn in on the tackle along with number 87, Corey Black. And again, Mount Pleasant defense hanging tight here. After Central got it down to the 1-yard line, they've had 2 plays here. Practically no gain on this goal line defense. Great job by the Tiger defense. And now Central Cabarrus is going to call a timeout and talk about it. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back to you here shortly with 5:09 to go in the third quarter. It's 26-14. Central Cabarrus leads the Mount Pleasant Tigers.
You're listening to Radio Free Cabarrus.
Get the deal you want on the vehicle you want whenever you want with Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinot.com. It's 5 easy steps. You pick and click your vehicle, you estimate the payment, apply for credit, even schedule delivery, all online 24/7 without leaving home. Take the tour and get started now. Shop, Click, and Drive at BenMinot.com. Again, Shop, Click, and Drive, BenMinot.com today.
Remember, there's only one hometown radio station in Concord, North Carolina, and it's not on the AM dial. It's right here, RadioFreeCabarrus.com.
Back here at Central Cabarrus, Mount Pleasant defense holding its own here. Central got down 1st and goal at the 1, but they've had 2 straight plays here where they've thrown the running back for a loss, and now it's going to be 3rd down from the 3, 3rd and goal. And Coach Kiefer called a timeout to discuss this. He may have something up his sleeve here to throw this defense off.
So we'll see what happens now as Tyler English will take the snap. 3rd and goal, ball at the 3-yard line. He is in the shotgun. Hightower wide to the right. McGee in the slot position right side. He's looking to the right. Here comes English. Goes back, throws the other way. Caught. Touchdown. Central Cabarrus. Looks like number 10, Corey Smith. So now the Vikings add, and he threw everybody off there. A great misdirection play as he rolled to the right. Tried to look that way and then found his last outlet to the left, which was Corey Smith, and caught it for the touchdown.
Yeah, that wide open in the end zone there. Had a defender behind him, but you're going to have to get up and put a little bit of pressure on the receiver in order to stop that play, and they just weren't able to do it that time.
McGee's going to attempt the extra point. Gets the snap, it's down, the kick is up, and it is through, so it is good. And now the Vikings of Central Cabarrus lead the Tigers of Mount Pleasant 33-14. Let teams switch up a little bit, and we'll be right back after these words from our kind sponsors. This is Radio Free Cabarrus and Cabarrus County High School football.
In the early 1950s, something really exciting happened right here in Concord, and it's been here ever since. It's the smooth, refreshing taste of Sundrop. Now, some of the faces have changed over the years, of course, but one thing that has not changed is the smooth citrus taste of an ice-cold Sundrop. You know something else that hasn't changed? It's Sundrop's involvement in Concord and the surrounding communities. Sundrop, hometown folks providing you with the taste you've come to enjoy for years and years and years. So next time you're grocery shopping, pick up Sundrop in your favorite flavor. After all, the folks at Sundrop, from delivery drivers, warehouse staff, and the management team, work hard every day to bring you the refreshing, smooth taste of Sundrop. Sundrop, the official soft drink of Radio Free Cabarrus. Nothing like a Sundrop. We'd like to hear your suggestions and comments. Talk to us. RadioFreeCabarrus.com.
Riley McGee to kick off. The kick is shallow. Fielded at the 24-yard line, then bobbled and picked up. With it and running with it is E.J. White. White across the 40-yard line down to the 43. So the Tigers of Mount Pleasant have great field position and a short field to work with 4:57 to go third quarter, and they are trailing 33-14.
Yeah, and you see that all the time when there's a fumble or a little bobble with the ball. The defense kind of gets excited and gets out of sync, and it always seems to be a big play after what looks like it's going to be a botch play. But E.J. White able to get that up to the 41-yard line, and that's where Austin Parker brings the Tigers offense up. He's under center, ready to go to work. Hand off to Hartzell in the backfield. Hartzell spent some time at the wide receiver tonight, but he's in the backfield now off the left-hand side. Looks like no gain on that play. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
Great tackle inside there by Cameron Garland. And again, no gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
Mason Sweet wide right. Hand off again to Hartzell on the left side. He's got some running room out across midfield. He gets a breakaway. He's at the 35, the 25, 20, 15. Brought down inside the 5-yard line. Brandon Hartzell.
I tell you what, there's some defensive wheels there by Tyler English. He ran him down and gained ground on him real quick and prevented that touchdown and got him down inside the 5-yard line.
Hartzell got around the left-hand side. Looked like he was going to be able to pick up 15, 20 yards, and all of a sudden through the secondary he went. And just a few steps away from breaking it. Like you said, Hightower there with a great defensive play. Mount Pleasant has moved quickly inside the 5. They've got the ball 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Parker under center. A handoff to Clayton Horn, and that's going to be thrown. He's going to be thrown for a loss.
Beautiful defensive stand there by Cameron Garland and Corey Smith as they saw that play come and stunted right there through the hole. Great defensive play by that strong defensive tackle. Cameron Garland, as he got right up and grabbed that ball carrier, prevented the touchdown. Ball's moved back to the 6-yard line now.
Been down this road before just a while ago. Mount Pleasant got the ball, was able to hold Central down for a few plays, but Central finally scored. Let's see what the Tigers do. Here's the handoff to Horn. He gets down to maybe back to the 4, maybe the 3-yard line.
And again, they're watching the run real close. Great play by Teron Gregory there.
3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. I'm going to play coach here and call for a quarterback bootleg.
Great place to be on the 4-yard line, but he goes inside, and a great defensive stand by the Vikings. As again, showing up to make that play is Cameron Garland to prevent him from coming into the end zone.
Clayton Horn on the carry, and they're going to spot it. Looks like the 2-yard line. 4th and goal from the 2. Clock continues to run. We're under 3 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Central Cabarrus leads it 33-14 here in the Battle of Highway 49. 2 schools separated by just 5 miles. Here we go, folks. 4th down. Parker under center. The handoff to Horn. He gets through the right side. Touchdown, Mount Pleasant.
Nice off-tackle play, and Horn had the room, and he stumbled and bumbled and got it into the end zone, and that's all that matters. Cuts the lead to 13 now with an extra point attempt coming here soon. And we've got a football game, and what an exciting 4th quarter this is going to be, Perry.
That was an easier play than the previous 2. But, yeah, the 4th quarter here, we still got 2 minutes in the 3rd quarter, but this 4th quarter with some defense by either team, Mount Pleasant's back in this game. Parker's extra point is up and good. So with 2:12 left in the 3rd quarter, Central Cabarrus 33, Mount Pleasant 21. You're listening to High School Football on Radio Free Cabarrus, powered by highschoolcube.com.
It's more than just a home show.
The Southern Ideal Home Show has done the work for you by gathering hundreds of companies with the latest and best in building and remodeling, landscaping, kitchen and bath, interior decor, and everything for your home and garden. Celebrating its 30th year, it's Charlotte's only fall home improvement event, and it's the place to discover new products and learn from the pros.
It's more than just a home show.
Walk through the ideal foyer filled with fabulous furniture and inspiring ideas. Watch top chefs share their secrets at the cooking stage, and enjoy ideal family fun and water safety as Anthony and Sylvan Pools presents Twiggy the water skiing squirrel. So bring your ideas, bring your questions, and bring your plans to the Southern Ideal Home Show. Sponsored by the Charlotte Observer and Mary. It's August 22nd through the 24th at the Park Expo and Conference Center.
It's more than just a home show.
Visit SouthernIdealHomeshow.com for discount tickets and a chance to win $500 to shop the show.
You're listening to the High School Cube Game of the Week, powered by Radio Free Cabarrus in Concord, North Carolina.
Back here at Central Cabarrus High School with Paul Romanowski, Perry Gabriel, 2:12 to go, 3rd quarter. Mount Pleasant has just scored and now kick off. Great kick into the end zone. It will be a touchback, and the Vikings of Central Cabarrus will now have an 80-yard field to work with here as the 3rd quarter starts to dwindle away.
Well, Mount Pleasant's going to be looking for a defensive stand here to get the ball back. Central Cabarrus is going to look to maybe run some time off the clock, be patient with their offense, and go down and score again and try to put a 3-score distance between these two teams. But that missed extra point earlier, right now, 12-point lead, that missed extra point sometimes can come back to haunt you later in the game.
Deion Fuller at quarterback now.
Mount Pleasant late getting their 11th player on the field.
Into the game again now at running back is Xavier Harris. And he gets the ball up across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pickup of about 7 on the play.
Isaiah Cox in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant.
Trying to give Monley a little bit of a breather here as he carried most of the footballs there the last time the Vikings were on offense. Again, Xavier Harris. Quick explosion through the hole and still on his feet at the 40-yard line and up across the 42. What a play, and that's all hard work and effort by Xavier Harris there.
Yeah, the coaches, those drills they go. Keep your feet moving, keep your balance, everything moving straight ahead. You just never know when you may break out of that huddle and get you a bigger gain than what you plan when you run into that line. Just keep moving forward until you hear that whistle. First down, Vikings.
Ball on the 41. Fuller in the shotgun. Harris the lone setback. Gets the ball, quarterback draw. There's Fuller across midfield, down at about the 49-yard line. Lost his helmet again as he is moving this team down the field. This is the fourth time he's lost his helmet tonight.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's, I'm not sure what it is with the helmet, but he's got to come out again. And again, that's going to be an issue that coaches need to deal with because you don't want to lose them, come down to a crucial part of the game and having to come out and sit out because of a helmet issue. Coaches are looking at the helmet now and trying to get it squared away.
So Tyler English now takes over with the snaps.
2nd and 1.
He gets the ball. It's to give to Harris. Harris across the 50 to the 45-yard line. Quick gain again of about 7 yards. That's enough for the first down. It moves the chains. And now the Vikings are in Tiger territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, under a minute to go, third quarter. Again, in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant, Isaiah Cox.
Fuller back in the ball game now. He'll go in at quarterback. Harris the lone setback. Gets the snap, handoff to Harris. Harris, 45, and that's all he's getting is the ball back to the line of scrimmage. Now, he stayed on his feet and broke tackles.
Forward progress was stopped.
Yes, forward progress was stopped, but Coach Donnie Kiefer is going to ask for an inadvertent whistle, which he is not going to get here with only 17 seconds to play here in the third.
And the initial hit there, again, Isaiah Cox for Mount Pleasant. Looks like Coach Kiefer's going to let the clock run out here in the third quarter.
And that is all she wrote for the third quarter. So at the end of 3, the Central Cabarrus Vikings lead the Tigers of Mount Pleasant 33-21. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in just a moment. You're listening to Cabarrus County High School football on Radio Free Cabarrus.
In the early 1950s, something really exciting happened right here in Concord, and it's been here ever since. It's the smooth, refreshing taste of Sundrop. Now, some of the faces have changed over the years, of course, but one thing that has not changed is the smooth citrus taste of an ice-cold Sundrop. You know something else that hasn't changed? It's Sundrop's involvement in Concord and the surrounding communities. Sundrop, hometown folks providing you with the taste you've come to enjoy for years and years and years. So next time you're grocery shopping, pick up Sundrop in your favorite flavor. After all, the folks at Sundrop, from delivery drivers, warehouse staff, and the management team, work hard every day to bring you the refreshing, smooth taste of Sundrop. Sundrop, the official soft drink of Radio Free Cabarrus. Nothing like a Sundrop. We'd like to hear your suggestions and comments. Talk to us. RadioFreeCabarrus.com.
Fourth quarter set to start here at Central Cabarrus High School. Paul Romanowski, Perry Gabriel. Ball on the 44-yard line where the Vikings of Central Cabarrus have possession. Quarterback keep there by Fuller. Fuller across and inside the 40, down into the 37-yard line. That looks like a gain of maybe 6, so it'll end up being third down and 3.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant trying to stop this Central Cabarrus offense from scoring. They don't want to get 3 scores down here in the fourth quarter. If they can get a stop here and score, Still plenty of time left, but Central Cabarrus is moving the ball.
Fuller in the shotgun. Xavier Harris, the lone setback. Here's the snap. Quarterback draw once again. There's Fuller across the 40. Up to the 35-yard line.
Stopped in there by number 74, Zach Mayo, for Mount Pleasant, along with number 32, Dakota Wenzel.
Ball is going to be spotted at the 39-yard line. That moves the chains, and that's another Viking first down. So clock management now definitely is in the game plan of the Vikings.
Yeah, Isaiah Cox not in the game right now for the Tigers. He's had a great night, been in on numerous tackles. May just be taking a breather here to start the fourth quarter, so they've got him down the stretch.
Fuller gets a snap in the shotgun. Xavier Harris with the football. Across the 35, still trying to stay on his feet, and he's brought down at about the 34-yard line, a gain of only one. But
again,
it's tough to bring him down. He is a small guy, but he's very muscular and strong.
Yeah, Winslow in on the tackle again for the Tigers. And, the crowd is still here. No one's left. Still people sitting in the stands on both sides, practically still full. People still sitting in the grass in the end zone. Both bands still active.
Hightower wide right.
Blitz coming from Mount Pleasant.
Pass inside, caught. Down in front right there by Drake Purvis. He has enough for about a 9-yard gain. Ball inside the 25-yard line down to about the 24.5. It's going to bring up now third down and about a half a yard.
Clayton Horn in on the tackle for Mount Pleasant.
Great little quick pass over the middle to Purvis.
Mount had some pressure on the quarterback, but he was able to get the ball away. But it's going to be short of the first down.
Fuller up. Got a flag on the play right at the snap, so it could have been a false start.
Yeah, you got to hate that. 3rd and short. And now you move it to 3rd and 6. Still manageable, but you'd rather have the 3rd and 1.
False start on the Vikings, so that'll move it back. 3rd down and 6 to go. Ball now on the 29-yard line. Clock running. 9:20 to play in the ball game. Fuller in the shotgun once again. Monley back on the field, the lone setback. Wide right is Corey Smith. Handoff to Monley. Monley breaks free. 20-yard line, 15. Gets dropped at about the 10-yard line. Nice trip up there by number 3, Robert Johns. But I tell you what, great around end sweep there by Monley. He's refreshed and ready to run.
They run that play well tonight. Had some success with it. It's got them inside the 20-yard line in red zone territory at the 12-yard lines where they're going to spot it. 1st and 10. 8:45 to go here from Central Cabarrus High School. The Vikings lead at 33-21.
Fuller in the shotgun once again. Handoff to Monley. Same play inside right tackle. Inside the 10-yard line, brought down about the 8. So gain of 3 on a play.
Dylan Reese, great job coming up there from the linebacker position and tripping Monley up. Pick up of a couple of yards. Ball spotted at the 10-yard line.
Austin Redlick checks in the ball game now for the Vikings. He's going to go wide left. Shotgun formation again with Monley, the lone setback. Fuller with the ball. Going to carry it himself inside the 10 to the 5, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Central Cabarrus.
Fuller with the touchdown from 8 yards out. And he's limping off the field. I think he just got a cramp there. That's going to make the score 39-21. Central Cabarrus looking to add the extra point. Riley McGee.
Donnie Kiefer talking with McGee right now. As the lead for the Vikings has now been extended to 39-21.
He's going to take a delay of game here on the extra point. That'll push him back to the 8-yard line. I doubt he's going to go for 2 here with the intentional loss of 5 yards there because of the delay. May just be giving a couple players some extra time here, thinking the extra points should be fine from another 5 yards. So they get some extra minute or so of rest here.
McGee has the kicking tee in his hand, so he is coming out. And the tee will be placed right on the 15-yard line. So Riley McGee on the field to attempt the extra point. There's the snap, and it's high. The kick is still up, and it is good. So now the Vikings take a 41-21 lead with 7:56 to go in the ball game. This is Cabarrus County High School football that you're listening to on Radio Free Cabarrus. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Your hometown drugstore is Cannon Pharmacy. Fast, friendly, affordable. It's got all the modern conveniences, and they have free delivery. That's Cannon Pharmacy. You can go on the internet, cannonpharmacies.com. 6 great locations to serve you. 2 in Kannapolis, the new location in Concord. That's at Cabarrus Avenue at Concord Parkway. Also location in Charlotte and Mooresville. That's Cannon Pharmacies. Great hometown service. Your hometown drugstore is Cannon Pharmacy.
You're listening to the High School Cube Game of the Week, powered by Radio Free Cabarrus in Concord, North Carolina.
Back here at Central Cabarrus. Couple of finals in. Private school, Metropolitan Christian 61-0 over Concord First Assembly.
Comes the kick. It is going to be shy of the end zone. To field it, there is E.J. White. White with the football, and he is brought down right about the 37-yard line. Great tackle there by Xavier Harris. So now the Tigers take over with 7:50 to go in the ball game, trailing 40-21.
Hickory Ridge 28, Piedmont 21 into the third quarter. Hickory Ridge 21, Piedmont 28-21 over Piedmont. Parker and Tiger offense taking over at the 38. Parker under center. And the handoff to Hartzell. Up the middle of the field. Gets it out across the 45. Brought down at the 46-yard line by Riley McGee. That'll be good enough for about 7 or 8 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 2. Coming up on 7.5 minutes to go in the season opener.
Defense trying to hang in.
And it's starting to rain here in in Central Cabarrus Stadium. Don't recall that being on the forecast for tonight.
No, not at all, and it is coming down, and crowds are now clearing very rapidly.
Yeah, that's just kind of awkward there. That's going to, with the 19-point lead, that's going to move some people out of the stands. First down, Mount Pleasant from the 46-yard line. We won't have to worry about mud tonight. We know that.
Parker going back to throw, fires deep, caught. Jonathan
Jordan Stover, he's going to go in for the score. Stover got spun around but hung onto the ball. We've got a penalty flag here. I don't think that's going to be offense. I think it's going to be against Central Cabarrus. We're coming back up here to see. It is against Central Cabarrus. They're going to decline the penalty, take the touchdown, and just like that, Mount Pleasant has scored on a 42-yard pass play from Parker to Jordan Stover to make it 40-27.
And Parker on the field to attempt the extra point. 6:49 to play in the ball game. 40-27 is our score. Parker eyeing it up.
Coach John's wanting an explanation. There's something over there. I think they're gonna be able to take this penalty, I think, on the kickoff. Some discussion here with Coach Kiefer now.
Yep.
We've struggled to keep moving here. Coach Kiefer is, I don't say he's not unhappy, I just don't think he agrees with whatever it is the official's telling him. He's shaking his head no. He is coming over to the sideline. Here's the signal against Central Cabarrus. They're going to take it on the kickoff. That means they're going to mark the penalty off
on the kickoff.
Yep. That is the option. Mount Pleasant would have had the option, I think, to move the ball closer to and go for two, but they're going to go for the PAT here by Parker.
Parker eyeing it up. Here's the snap. The kick is down, and there's flags on the field. Looks like a false start. False start against the offense. That'll back it up another 5 yards. Rain is coming down.
It is. The band people have left. You know, those instruments are high dollar and don't want them to get ruined this early in the season.
Kick is up. Has the distance, but it is no good. It is wide right. So the score remains 40-27 in favor of Central Cabarrus. There's 6:49 left to go in the ball game, and we will be right back. You're listening to Cabarrus County High School football on Radio Free Cabarrus.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet. Not valid for delivery. Dine-in or carry-out varies by location. Lunch times, prices, buffet selection, and participation may vary.
Your hometown drugstore is Cannon Pharmacy. Fast, friendly, affordable. It's got all the modern conveniences, and they have free delivery. That's Cannon Pharmacy. You can go on the internet, cannonpharmacies.com. 6 great locations to serve you. 2 in Kannapolis, the new location in Concord. That's at Cabarrus Avenue at Concord Parkway. Also location in Charlotte and Mooresville. That's Cannon Pharmacies. Great hometown service. Your hometown drugstore is Cannon Pharmacy. You're listening to the High School Cube Game of the Week, powered by Radio Free Cabarrus in Concord, North Carolina.
Back at Central Cabarrus, 6:49 to go, 40-27. Central Cabarrus leads Mount Pleasant. Marking off the penalty here that occurred on the touchdown play. Mount Pleasant's going to kick off across midfield at the 45-yard line. Perfect place for an onside kick. Central's got 10 players up within 10 to 15 yards of the ball. Mount's got 6 players on one side, 4 on the other. By rule, you got to have at least 5, and they do, counting the kicker. And we've got an onside kick scramble here. It's going to happen here in about 5 seconds.
Kick straight up. Does go 10 yards, but right into the arms of number 51, Kalai Spratt. And he grabs it. And Central Cabarrus will keep possession of the football. They'll have it at the 35-yard line. And now time management will be a factor.
Yeah, 40-27. Mount Pleasant's got to get a quick stop or a turnover here and score quickly, which they've shown they can do twice tonight. But Central's going to be in no hurry. I look for them to keep the ball on the ground and run this clock as much as possible.
Fuller inside to Monley. However, a flag has been thrown. Looks like another false start.
Mount came with the blitz that time, pretty much just sending 2 players through the gaps, trying to knock a ball loose, it looks like, knowing that Central's going to run it. But you're going to have to stay honest here. That's going to be a procedure call against Central Cabarrus, and that's going to back them up another 5 yards.
Fuller getting the instructions from Coach Kiefer. He'll be in the shotgun. Monley with the football, getting inside and across the 30 up to the 34-yard line before he's met there.
Stop on the play there by Dakota Wenzel. Isaiah Cox back in the lineup for the Tigers. Now he's headed out.
Brings up a 2nd and 12 situation now for the Vikings.
Clock's running, play clock at 15. Central Cabarrus in no hurry, looking to snap the ball under 5 seconds to go in the play clock, and coming up on 6.
Monley the lone setback. Fuller gets the snap. Counter play fake. Monley going back to throw. Fires. Caught by Riley McGee. McGee up to midfield, about the 49-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds.
Good enough for the first down. That'll stop the clock with the play out of bounds, but Central will get a new series of downs. 5:55 on the clock. The ball placed at the 49-yard line. Central Cabarrus Vikings leading at 40-27. Stay tuned. After the game, we'll have the Sundrop post-game wrap-up show. Recap the scoring and get you updated on some other scores from across the county.
Rain still coming down. Fuller with the snap to Monley. Monley midfield, 45, down to about the 41-yard line.
And on the tackle for the Tigers, Justice Eisenhower.
Brings up a
second
about
and 1.
9.5. Yeah, 2nd and 1.
Still don't look for anything fancy here. Run the play clock down. You don't need to score again. Just need to keep the ball and keep it out of the Mount Pleasant offense's hands.
Fuller in the shotgun, calling a timeout. So the play clock was running down, and Deion Fuller saw that and called a timeout.
We'll take a quick commercial break here and get another word from our sponsors in. You're listening to Radio Free Cabarrus, powered by High School Cube here at Central Cabarrus High School.
Read all about it in the Independent Tribune. That's your hometown newspaper. The Independent Tribune, independenttribune.com, features local news, features, and everything you want to know about Cabarrus County and Southern Rowan County. And, of course, they're published on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The unifying voice of Greater Cabarrus County is the Independent Tribune. Of course, lots of special features online at the Independent Tribune, including some video from time to time. To subscribe, call 704-789-9162.
Kick your boring lunch to the curb with Pizza Hut's unlimited lunch buffet. Dive into limitless pizzas straight from the oven and rich Tuscany pastas. And don't forget the crisp salads and freshly baked desserts. Your favorites are always hot, delicious, and ready when you are. So send the cold cuts packing and head to the unlimited lunch buffet.
Back here with 5 minutes to play. Fuller with the football. Quarterback draw inside the 40. Brought down. Forward progress will keep him at about the 40-yard line. So it did move the chains. Forward progress was enough for a first down. Clock is running now, under 5 minutes to play. Ball at the 40-yard line. Central Cabarrus taking their time and working the clock here.
Rain slacked up a little bit, just a small drizzle right now.
Tyler English in at quarterback. Monley the lone setback. Here's the snap. English back to throw. He's going to the end zone. Intercepted.
Picked off.
And it is picked off.
Joe Parrish. And he got it up to the 30.
And there's flags everywhere, and he's still
Parrish is still on his feet. We've got a number of flags on the field. They're going to stop the action here and come back here. I think we're going to get a block in the back after the interception and the return. Referee's going to have quite a few people to talk to on this one, as I think everybody's flags are on the field this time. So Mount Pleasant got the stop they needed with the interception by Joe Parrish.
So it is a first down for the Tigers, but they're going to get the ball. Because of the interception, they're going to get it at the spot of the foul.
They'll take it back to the spot of the foul, then mark off the yardage from there. So it looks like it's about where he intercepted the ball, at about the 22-yard line. So, but again, we've seen them strike quickly tonight, and there's still over 4 minutes to go on the clock. Referee just making sure they got the ball spotted right. They want to give the yardage they need to Mount Pleasant. Make sure Central gets the yardage against Mount Pleasant as needed as well. So Parker is under center. 1st and 10. And the handoff to Reese. Has Hartzell in the backfield. He's going to get it out across the 25, just short of the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 28.
Brought down by Riley McGee.
That'll make it 2nd and 4. Parker under center, just under 4 minutes. And hand off to Hartzell again through the line. Going to be good enough for a first down. That'll stop the clock in time to move the chains.
And dry football coming on the field right now.
Mount Pleasant needs to be a little more hurried with their offense here. First and 10, ball spotted, 38-yard line. Hartzell in the backfield. Stover wide left and Johns wide right. John Wax a split back. Parker looking to pass. He's got Johns in the flat at the 40. Johns breaks away over across midfield into Central Cabarrus territory, down about the 40-yard line. Again, Mount Pleasant with the pass play over to the flat. Parker to Johns. He gets by the defender, gets it down to the 40-yard line. Another Tiger first down.
Riley McGee on the tackle, but he was taken about 10 yards downfield before he could bring him down.
1st and 10, Mount Pleasant. 3:14 on the clock and running. Here's the handoff to Hartzell. Hartzell inside the 40, down to the 35. Fumble. Looked like he lost the ball, and coming up with it there was Austin Moore, who picked up a few more yards with the ball, so that's going to bring it down to about the 31-yard line, shy of the first down. It's going to be 2nd and 2. 2 minutes, 50 seconds and counting. Mount Pleasant in a hurry-up offense, looking to score and possibly looking for the onside kick. Hand off to Hartzell. Hartzell fumbles again. Ball still loose. He came out a couple of times. I'm not sure who's going to come up with that. There are plenty of people in the pile.
That ball skidded all the way down to the 10-yard line.
The ball's on the 11-yard line, 10-yard line area, and Central Cabarrus has come up with it.
Big defensive play there, as you know, with rainy conditions, the ball gets slippery, and it went right out of Hartzell's hands.
Yeah, here's an issue that comes into play. I'm not sure this is what happened, but when you run the hurry-up offense and you've got to score, sometimes you don't get the ball in because you don't want to waste the time with the ball boy running the ball in. The referees are setting it for play, you're snapping it, and you're going, and sometimes you don't get the new balls or the dry ball into the game, and not sure if that's what happened or not, but unfortunately there for Mount Pleasant. Fumble it away to Central Cabarrus. They've got 2.5 minutes here on the 11-yard line looking to run the clock out.
Fuller with the football. Coming across up to 15, almost to the 20, and now Fuller is down, and he's grimacing a little bit. Clock is stopped. Looks like he's cramped up.
First cramp we've seen tonight.
Trainer's coming out, stretching his Achilles.
I want to say thank you to the Central Cabarrus athletic staff and the Booster Club here for making us feel at home tonight. They've got fans in the press box, no air conditioning, but they do have fans. But we'll give them credit tonight for making us feel at home. We appreciate all of our schools taking care of the staff for Radio Free Cabarrus and all that they do for us throughout the year, and our fine sponsors for all they do for keeping us on the air. And next week, I'm going to be off next week. I'm going to be traveling out of town next week, so I don't have a game next week. But, you know, it's the second week of high school football. The coaches that first week after that first game, they like to go back and take what they can work on and say, okay, here's what we did wrong, here's what we did right, start tweaking some things and hopefully get some better results for week number 2. Most cases tonight, it looks like everybody's going to come out with no major injuries at this point, so that's always a good sign for the coaches, especially when this early in the season, you don't want to start losing players, especially when you don't have a lot of experience, a lot of plays, and in-depth positions for some of these teams.
2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. Coach Kiefer calling a play here for Tyler English, who is now in at quarterback. Vikings with a 40-27 lead, and the football with 2:19 remaining. Xavier Harris, the lone setback now, with English in the shotgun. Officials still holding up play.
Should wind the clock after the injury. That's what they're going to do. So they've got a full 25 seconds they can run off the game clock, and Coach Kiefer's got both hands in the air, pretty much signaling, just wait.
Play clock now down to 10. English checking things over. Signals for the snap. Gets a snap. Hand off to Harris. Harris across
fumble
to 15 with a fumble.
Isaiah Cox comes up with it for Mount Pleasant. And again, the break Mount Pleasant needed, they've got it. 1:48 to go. They're going to take over inside the 20 in the red zone. They're going to spot it at the 19-yard line. Quick score here.
Great defensive play. Again, ball getting slippery. Running backs running, not protecting it when they're going through the offensive line, and this is the fourth fumble we've seen in the last 4 minutes of the football game.
Yeah, unfortunate for Central there. Good note for Mount Pleasant. It's not over yet, folks. Parker's got Stover to the right and Johns to the left. Hand off to Reese in the backfield. Reese is going to battle his way down inside the 15 to about the 12-yard line. Timeout, Mount Pleasant.
And now is where they start to use their timeouts and play the clock with 1:40 to go. So while there is a timeout, we're going to take a quick pause. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Cabarrus County High School football on Radio Free Cabarrus.
There's one place in Cabarrus County where you should take your vehicle for repairs or maintenance. It's Richie's Auto Service off Spring Street in Concord. Oil changes, timing belts, those pesky power doors and windows, brakes, hey, they can all be taken care of by Joe Ritchie and his professional staff. Got one of those annoying check engine lights on? Richie's can take care of it. Alternators, starters, done. Fixed at Richie's Auto Service. They're in the Blue Garage off of Spring Street near the Cabarrus Boys and Girls Club. Get the job done right at Richie's. Call 704-792-2654.
State Senator Fletcher Hartzell Jr. would like to thank the many teachers, coaches, parents, and volunteers who work so hard to provide opportunities for our young people. School activities like athletics, band, and clubs provide students with opportunities to learn and develop, and those activities can't be accomplished without many people who put in countless hours to support them. State Senator Hartzell would like to say thank you to each of you who help your building a better community. State Senator Hartzell also would like to thank you for your continued support and input as he represents you in Raleigh, paid for by Fletcher Hartzell State Senator Committee.
Back here at Central Cabarrus, 140, Parker under center, looking to throw to right flat. He's got a man, and it's dropped. Open over there, but he dropped the ball. Was number 83 for Mount Pleasant. That's Ty Pruitt, the tight end.
He threw it low, below the knees. Pruitt dropped down to try to catch the ball, and it just slipped through his fingers. Now a third down situation for Mount Pleasant.
3rd and 5, and you know you're in 2-down territory here, and the rain's starting to come back again. Mount Pleasant's got 2 downs here to get 5 yards or a touchdown. 1:35 on the clock. Stover to the left, Johns to the right. Wax and Hartzell in the backfield. And here's the handoff to Hartzell, and he just loses his footing trying to make the cut. Mount Pleasant calls a quick timeout. We're going to stay here. That's going to bring up 4th down. So Coach Johns and his staff is going to bring the whole team over and talk about it. And while we're here tonight, I've enjoyed my first night with you, and it's been fun. And just like the teams, we kind of get back in the works of things and get things going and remembering how we do things. I know we had a little difficulty at the beginning getting everything started, and I remember everything now, remember what I'm supposed to do, and then I'm going to take off next week.
But
so 2 more weeks, I'll be learning again.
Everything worked out for the better, but it's been a pleasure working with you tonight. Hope you enjoy some time off next week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. I will be periodically missing on Friday nights. My son is a sophomore at Greensboro College and plays football there.
Okay.
So we follow him and the Greensboro Pride across the country for 10 weeks every fall. And so home nights or home games on Saturday afternoon I'll be able to broadcast, and then the away games will be leaving on Friday nights. So I look forward to working with you again, Perry, and supporting Cabarrus County football.
Well, we got a little bit of unfinished business tonight. So Mount Pleasant 4th down, needing 5 yards for a 1st down to continue this game. Parker's going to roll left. He's being chased. He's got a man open, and it's caught. And then I don't know if it's going to be enough for the 1st down. It was tipped by a Central defender. Mount Pleasant came up with it. Let's see.
It's at the 7-yard line. That is good enough for a 1st down.
It is good enough for a 1st down. It is. Mount Pleasant clock is stopped at 1:24. The ball set. Referees are set. The clock starts. It's moving. Parker's going to spike it. 1:19 to play. That's really not going to hurt you there.
No, but it stops the clock, gets your offense set to get a play in, and with 1:19 to go, again, Mount Pleasant not going to give up.
No need to. Just a rule interpretation, or not really interpretation, just so you know, you always see quarterbacks spike it from under center. You cannot spike it in shotgun formation. So if you ever see that and you wonder why the officials are calling it you cannot spike from shotgun formation. Parker under center, 1:19 on the clock. Johnson, Stover are the whiteouts. And here's the handoff to Horn. Horn battles his way down. He's going to get down to about the 2-yard line.
And they are lining up the offense as fast as they
Mount
can.
Pleasant. I think that's going to be his last timeout.
Officials been waving to stop the clock for quite some time.
And the clock did not stop. Yeah. Yeah, they ran some time off the clock.
He's asking, the head official is asking for 111 on the
111 on the clock. It ran down to about 52. Not sure what happened there.
Just make it a minute and a half. Give him more time to score. Do what you can already.
111 on the clock. I think that's Mount Pleasant's last timeout. Ball's going to be spotted. Well, it looks like the 2-yard line. They don't have the ball on the ground because it is raining. They're trying to keep it dry.
And they are all out of timeouts.
Yeah, clock is showing 2 yards to go, so we'll call it third and 2, but 2 plays, 2 yards is all they need. Referee's over on the side of the field talking to Coach Kiefer. Not sure what the problem is. That they're pointing down here in the corner of the end zone. They've got a medical person. I'm just uncertain as to what the delay is here. Central fans are a little upset that Mount Pleasant's getting this extra time. Now there's a medical person coming across the field from the Mount Pleasant side. And Coach Johns is on his way over right now.
Trying to figure out exactly what the problem is.
Yeah, I don't see anyone.
Hey, what are you talking about? What's going on down there?
I don't see anyone needing. Okay, well, they're gonna go back and start play again. 3rd down and 2. 3rd and goal. Here's the handoff to Horn. He's in for the touchdown. Mount Pleasant's going to score here with 1:07 on the clock. Clayton Horn takes it in from 3 yards out. And folks, we've got a ball game here to set on the last minute and 7 seconds.
Extra point being attempted here by Austin Parker. Lining everything up. Snap, kick down and up and good. 40-34 with 1:07 remaining. And Central Cabarrus regrouping and trying to get their hands on the football to run the clock out and walk away with a victory.
Let's keep it here, folks. Kind of set the stage for what's about to unfold here.
Well, the first thing that you're thinking of, and Mount Pleasant is out of timeouts now, so the first thing you're thinking of is an onside kick. They need the football, okay? So Central Cabarrus will put their hands team out here and do their best to recover the football, and then Mount Pleasant cannot stop the clock, so they'll run a couple of plays and just let the clock dwindle down. That's
number one.
That's Central Cabarrus's game plan. Mount Pleasant would love to recover an onside kick and then throw to the flats to inch the ball down the field and knock the receivers out of bounds and stop the clock and let the clock be their friend. They run the football off tackle, you can't stop the clock.
Right.
And then unless you spike the ball, and that's a loss of down.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what plays out of here. Mount's got their hands team on the field as well. Onside kick they tried unsuccessfully last time. They are at the 40-yard line. It's going to have to go 10 yards. The clock will start when the ball is touched by the receiving team. Looking for a high kick, a high bounce, maybe bouncing off a player, and they're going to reverse it to the other field. There's the 10 yards. Ball's loose for just a second, but Riley McGee has the ball. And now there's a little bit of extracurricular activities, but they get separated pretty quick. Central's going to come up with it at the 47-yard line. And
Coach Johns is on the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's lightning. I've just seen the streak of lightning. That's what we're doing. A streak of lightning in the background here, and I guess that's what the trainers, because they have the lightning detector, and they've come out on the field. There's a streak of lightning, a flash lightning in the background. I just saw myself, and the trainers have the lightning issue that they take care of. It's their responsibility during the game, and that's what I think this thing has come to.
Yeah, they're going to call the game right now because of lightning.
Yeah, and minute 7, they know they're going to take a knee. Good gesture there by Coach Johns to be safe, because you never know when that storm or something comes in. So, the game's going to finish. And that was what the delay was for earlier that we didn't know about, but that's going to be the reason right there. So we've got a final score for you here from Central Cabarrus. The Vikings are going to win it 40-34. Great ball game. We're going to come back with the Sundrop post-game report here in just a few minutes. You're listening to Radio Free Cabarrus here on highschoolcube.com.
There's one place in Cabarrus County where you should take your vehicle for repairs or maintenance. It's Richie's Auto Service off Spring Street in Concord. Oil changes, timing belts, those pesky power doors and windows, brakes, hey, they can all be taken care of by Joe Ritchie and his professional staff. Got one of those annoying check engine lights on? Richie's can take care of it. Alternators, starters, done. Fixed at Richie's Auto Service. They're in the Blue Garage off of Spring Street near the Cabarrus Boys and Girls Club. Get the job done right at Richie's. Call 704-792-2654.
State Senator Fletcher Hartzell Jr. would like to thank the many teachers, coaches, parents, and volunteers who work so hard to provide opportunities for our young people. School activities like athletics, bands, and clubs provide students with opportunities to learn and develop, and those activities can't be accomplished without many people who put in countless hours to support them. State Senator Hartzell would like to say thank you to each of you who help your building a better community. State Senator Hartzell also would like to thank you for your continued support and input as he represents you in Raleigh, paid for by Fletcher Hartzell State Senator Committee.
We'd like to hear your suggestions and comments. Talk to us. RadioFreeCabarrus.com.
Back here at Central Cabarrus, it's a final 40-34. Central Cabarrus victorious over Mount Pleasant. Not until some anxious moments there, the last couple minutes of the game, where Central had a 33-14 lead. Mount cut it 33-21. It went up 40-21. Made it 40-27. Mount Pleasant did with 6 minutes to go, and then scored with 1:07 to go. But were unable to do the onside kick there successfully, and Central's going to walk out here with a season-opening win, their third win in a row over Mount Pleasant. Recap the scoring for you. In the first quarter, Central got it started on J.T. Monley's 50-yard touchdown run. Mount Pleasant countered with Clayton Horn's 3-yard touchdown run. That made it 7-7. Central Cabarrus followed that with a 20-yard pass from Fuller to Hightower. That made it 14-7 Central Cabarrus. Tyler English added a 6-yard pass to Riley McGee for a 20-7 Viking lead. Mount Pleasant countered that again before halftime when Parker hit Johns with an 80-yard touchdown run down the right side of the field. Johns went untouched into the end zone. That made it 20-14. But before the half was over with, Central Cabarrus was able to add a 13-yard touchdown from English to Monley. The 2-point fail, that made it 26-14. That's where we were at the half. Central Cabarrus in the third quarter, 3-yard touchdown pass to Corey Smith from English, made it 33-14. Mount Pleasant countered with Clayton Horn, a 3-yard touchdown run. That made it 33-21, and then that's when it kind of got interesting. Fuller, 8-yard touchdown run for Central Cabarrus. 7 minutes to go in the game, 7:56, made it 40-21. Kind of looked like it was over with from that point, but Mount Pleasant scored 2 touchdowns in the last 6.5 minutes of the game, one of those being Parker to Stover on a 48-yard touchdown pass. 40-27 was the score after that. And then with 1:07 to go, Mount Pleasant, after recovering a fumble, Horn went in from 3 yards out. That made it 40-34. That led us to the onside kick after the delay for some lightning that we thought Mount Pleasant didn't recover it. Coach Johns came out and said, that's the ball game, and that's where we stand.
Yes, sir, and it was a great hard-fought game by both teams and ended up getting a lot closer at the end, which gives you a sign that both of these teams are forces to be reckoned with throughout the season. Neither one of them are going to give up on you. A 40-34 ball game. At one time it was 40-16. So, I mean, a great effort and great comeback. Great. However, the winning attempt failed by Mount Pleasant, but boy, they sure do work hard.
And I think Coach Johns is happy. He's got his work cut out for him next week. He's got to face Concord next week, but I think he can go back to drawing board. He's got some positives tonight that he can draw off of, and Rocky Reed's going to be tough for them to stop next week. But Mount Pleasant's not going to quit. That's Coach Johns. That's his attitude. That's what he thrives in his players to never give up and keep going at it. We saw that tonight when they come from behind. So Central Cabarrus, on the other hand, looking to repeat the great start they got off to last year when they went 8-0. They're going to look to add it 2 in a row next week, and a great opening night here at Central Cabarrus. Great field, ceremonies, great atmosphere for all the fans and everything, and that's about going to do it for us here from the Radio Free Cabarrus side in the Sundrop post-game report. We want to thank our sponsors tonight for being on board with us, and thank all the fans for listening to us. And until I see you in a couple of weeks, I guess you'll hit the highway home and have a safe trip next week to watch your son play. And, folks, thank you for joining Radio Free Cabarrus tonight. Again, the final from Central Cabarrus. Central Cabarrus Vikings 40, Mount Pleasant 34.
Have a good evening, everyone.